Well, my first and only piece, I like the stone. It's called Maximilian Green. When it's wet, you'd be able to see that. It's rather pinkish in the front and rather greenish in the back. The stone had a certain thrust forward to it, and I didn't have anything in mind. I didn't know what it was going to be. I was just going to kind of work it out with the stone, what it might turn into. So it is turning into a torso of sorts. It's looking pretty crude in the front. It's a bit more curvy and sensual in the back at this time, but what it's going to wind up looking like, I really can't say yet. It's an evolving object. I am still employed, and I've had a very busy life most of my life, raising children and having jobs that I always said that I had the kind of jobs that suck the marrow out of your bones, and I hadn't realized how much I was going to enjoy a more slow-paced and creative kind of endeavor. I recommend it for everyone, especially people whose lives are very hectic, who probably need a serene and creative spot. I was chipping away from day one, not even day one, from minute number 5 perhaps. As soon as we got me set up with the spot, I started working on it. So that's how fast it happens. You need some tools. You can add to those as you need things, but there are some basic things that you start out with. And it's not a large investment of money. I have to say that I have enjoyed every minute that I've been here working on this piece. And I don't think I can say that about any other activity that I've ever gotten into. I have just enjoyed it 1,000%. I've never felt intimidated, even after I've looked at some of the very beautiful and far more advanced work that others have done in this class. I may never get there, but I certainly am going to enjoy the journey and the attempt. I've never taken lessons in art as an adult. I think I took some watercolor back when I was about 13. That didn't last very long, and so it's something I did not plan in any way. And it's just taken me over.
All right, do you mind if I wet this?
Not at all.
All right, you're going to go deeper, and let's stand this up here.
Kind of a shell thing.
Okay. This works very nicely on this side. I like the shell part, and it works very well with the material. It is shell-like quality. And I like the fact that they're varied shapes. It's not just span band. It's very nicely done.
When I'm going looking for a stone, I'm going with this in my hand, which is the water actually, and I will spritz the stone and look, wet the stone and look at the color of the stone. This is something that talks to me. I enjoy to see the color of the stone, and then I will look for the size. If I decided to work on something small this time or something big, I'm not working the same size every time. And then if the stone is very soft, medium, or very hard, this is also something that I will ask and see what I'm going to do, what is my desire. And then the shape of the stone. I'm looking at the stone and trying to see if I can feel something, if I can see something in it, and if it makes me wants to take it, to touch it, and to do something with it. So and surprisingly, a stone can talk to me. So this is how I'm working with the stone. I use both hand tools and power tools, but I do enjoy the best to all the rasping tools. This is like I feel that I have more control on the stone and can go with the shape and can go around and can actually express what I need to do. I hope that I will continue to work on stone as long as I will breathe, you know. I hope that because it's something that I love so much. Every time that I'm getting close to the stone and start to work, I feel joy in myself. I feel like this is it, you know, this is what I'm doing and this is what I'm supposed to do. It's something that it's such a big part of my life. And I do have beautiful children and I do have, you know, my life is everything, but nothing is like that. Nothing is like to go and to work on the stone and to express and to take out from the stones things that I see. This is like everything in it. That's everything for me. So I hope to work as long as I can.
And let's look at it slowly, and it's working, it's working. And next time we'll drill. Have you ever drilled?
I held the stone while someone else drilled.
Okay, that's an art. That's not an art. It's a craft in itself, and I'll show you how we do it. And we need two pair of eyes, mine and yours, to do it. But I think you could go a little deeper for more interest.
Continue,
Yes.
I like so many things about this. The feeling of being able to find something in the stone, and it may sound like a cliche, but I think that we who do this really feel that way, that there's something in this block of stone, and we are removing it. We are finding it and freeing it from the stone. And it's such a wonderful, creative way of expressing yourself. It's so different, and it happens to be very relaxing, extremely enjoyable. And when you have a finished piece, it makes you feel so wonderful. I have tried to encourage some people who friends and other people who have shown an interest. You know, they're absolutely fascinated and they're thrilled when they come to my house and they see my finished pieces. And I know that anyone can do it. If I can do it, I feel anyone can do this. I don't think you need any special talent. You need a good teacher. You need someone to get you started, learn how to use the tools, and just enjoy and use your imagination. And that's what I tell these people. And I often say, just come here, you know, give it a try. And we all in our class love to have new people come, and we're all very happy to help teach them. And it happens to be a very, very friendly group. And we love to have new people. So I really try to encourage anyone who shows an interest, just come and try.
Really, really works. Look at this. I mean, and I like the fact that there's a line here, and then you lose the line. And here you've got the line here, and then you lose the line. Very good use of lines. Here you've got a little bit of a line, and it's lost. Here you have another one. So you've used lost and found lines very well. Here too, a line there, and then it's lost. Very nicely done.
Thank you.
I'm currently working on a Frankenstein monster, which will be 3.5 feet tall, about 1/2 scale of the character in the movies. I could not afford to buy a large stone, so I was able to procure these smaller stones at a cheaper price, and I am going to piece him together, just like in the movies. I like to work strictly with hand tools. I'm a purist in that way. I mean, I like to think if the great masters did it, I like to follow their guidelines from the Renaissance and ancient Greece, ancient Rome, and try to pick up and carry on. I think that this is a great craft, and it should not fall by the wayside. There's always a fear of chipping off more than you want to, but stone can be very forgiving. You know, you think you cut off a section and you're thinking, oh my gosh, this is it, I've ruined the piece. But it turns out that you could just trim away, around that area, and it works itself out miraculously. So the stone can be very forgiving. Just take your time and have fun. I always find if you have the vision in your head, what you want ahead of time, it falls into place. Everything falls into place. It takes a time, but it's worth it. When you're working on it for a while, you start out with this big mass of stone, and you're like climbing up a hill. But then you start seeing it come together, and it's like you reach the top of that hill, and you're going down the hill, and everything just starts shaping and coming into place. You hit a few problems along the way, but it's like you see it. You see it, it's in the stone, and it just comes together naturally.
It's wonderful to take a new student and see how quickly they get involved and excited. And it's that excitement that I enjoy. And the older students, or the students who have done more, are more experienced, it's wonderful to see them progress and to start with pneumatic tools and to see their ideas evolve, their projects more difficult. It's wonderful to see their pride at the finished piece and the mounting of it, and to see their joy when they see it on display. And it really is.